Seattle rain in November doesn't fall, it slams. Every drop hits the windshield like a bullet as I borrow my roommate's old Audi Q7 to drive home for Thanksgiving. Early fall 2015, I've just earned my double major red diploma in computer science and finance from the University of Washington, the ink still wet. 22 years old, I thought I held the whole world in my hands. The house on Lake Washington glows under baccarat chandeliers. The walnut front door swings open and the smell of roasted pine and expensive California red wine floods my nose. Dad is wearing a burgundy cashmere sweater topping off glasses for Mr. and Mrs. Harrington, the parents of Blake, my sister, Maddie's fiancé. Mom stands by the fireplace, triple strand pearls catching the flames, smiling that exact Perkins Coie partner smile, warm enough to make you feel special, cold enough to remind you of your place. Maddie sits on the leather sofa, 6-carat diamond flashing every time she lifts her champagne flute. She's wearing a white turtleneck dress, hair in a high bun, looking like every photo of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy Mom used to clip from Vogue and stick on the fridge when we were kids. Only difference, she's headed to Harvard Law and I'm not. Dinner starts perfect the way it always does. Dad talks about the successful heart valve replacement he did last week. Mom talks about the 9-figure M&A she just closed. Mr. Harrington casually mentions Blake will announce his Senate run for 2030. I nod in all the right places, smile on cue, chew the truffle-stuffed turkey slowly. I've rehearsed this play since childhood. Then Dad looks at me, eyes shining with prepackaged pride. Avery, you're flying to San Francisco next week for the final Deloitte round, right? I already talked to Tom Nguyen over there. Senior consultant $135K, starting full benefits $25K signing bonus. Our little girl finally on the right track. The whole table goes quiet, waiting for me to nod. I set my fork down. Actually, I turned down Deloitte. Mom's champagne flute freezes mid-air. Dad chuckles, thinking I'm joking. Come again, I took a job at CipherTrace. 8-person startup in South Lake Union. Customer support engineer. Starting 48 grand. The air gets sucked out of the room. Maddie breaks the silence with a tiny cutting laugh, the kind that doesn't ruin lipstick. So you're fixing computers for people now. With a UW double degree, Dad sets his wineglass down, crystal hits wood like a gavel. Avery Quinn Parker. You have exactly one chance to tell me you're kidding. I look straight into his eyes, those ice blue eyes that make entire cardiology departments flinch. I'm not kidding. CipherTrace is building something no big bank can, real-time money laundering detection on Bitcoin. I'm starting at the bottom, but I'll learn the system inside out. Then I'll build my own. Mom laughs, but this time there's zero courtesy in it. Bitcoin, that drug money on the internet. You're throwing your future in the trash for a video game. Dad stands up, towering shadow stretching across the $10 million Persian rug. The Parker family does not do IT help desk. We are cardiac surgeons, we are law firm partners, we are future United States senators. We do not fix other people's computers. I stand too. My voice doesn't shake even though my heart wants to explode. I'm not fixing computers. I'm going to make the entire financial world beg me to protect them. Dad points at the front door. If you walk out that door with this idiotic decision, don't ever come back. You will no longer be a Parker. Mom adds, voice like ice. Don't shame your mother's Boston Brahmin bloodline. Do you understand? I look at Maddie one last time. She shrugs, like this has nothing to do with her. I turn, walk down the wide hallway, heels clicking on oak floors. The front door opens and cold wind and rain slap my face. I only have time to sprint upstairs, shove my MacBook Pro passport and North Face backpack together. No coat. When I come back down, Dad is blocking the door holding a $50K check, the bonus he promised if I joined Big Four. Come back right now, signed Deloitte, this is yours. I look at the check, then at him. Keep it, Dad. I'll make my own money my way. I step past him into the storm. Rain instantly soaks my hair, the cashmere sweater Mom bought at Neiman Marcus last season clinging like wet paper. I hear Dad behind me, voice booming like a judge's verdict. Avery Quinn, from this moment on you are no longer my daughter. The walnut door slams. The electronic lock clicks, my code erased. I stand in the Seattle downpour, water streaming into my eyes, my mouth. Behind me, the $6 million house blazes with Thanksgiving lights. I look one last time, every window goes dark one by one like the entire house is turning its back on me. I pull up my hood, clutch my MacBook to my chest and walk down the steep gravel path to Lake Washington. No car, no cash, just $312 in my checking account and a promise to myself. Rain still falls. Seattle is still cold. But for the first time in my life I feel truly free. The 320 square foot basement studio in Fremont was listed on Craigslist as cozy artsy pet friendly. In reality, it's a damp box with black mold blooming on the walls and sewer smell every time it rains hard. Rent in 2016, $1,450 a month, exactly 62% of my take-home. I named it The Cave and taped a Starry Night poster to the ceiling so I wouldn't have to stare at the cracks. By day I wore a Cipher Trace hoodie and sat at the very last desk in an 8-person South Lake Union office. Official title: answering tickets that said, "My password doesn't work and why is my dashboard red?" Salary $48K after tax, $3,120 a month. After rent I had exactly $580 left for food, power and $428 student loan payment. I survived on bulk Nongshim noodles from H Mart and $1.75 drip coffee from the light rail station. Nights were when I actually worked. I dragged a folding table to the one window eye level with the tires of a parked Subaru and plugged in 3 24-inch monitors I bought off Reddit. 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. I coded. Not support tickets. I built a graph neural network to detect money laundering clusters on Bitcoin while the entire world still laughed that crypto is for nerds and criminals. I called the secret project, Project Phoenix. In 2016, Bitcoin was $600. I put the entire $7,000 Christmas bonus the company paid in BTC into a cold wallet. Told no one. Even my best friend Lynn, my CS classmate, only knew I was trying to save for a house. I didn't dare tell the truth. If I failed I'd have no face left. My family had cut me off completely. December 2015 I got one last text from Mom: "We have removed you from the family Verizon plan and the trust fund. Good luck with your choice." The family group chat renamed itself Parker Family 3, just Mom, Dad, Maddie. Their 2015 Christmas Facebook photo, the three of them beaming in front of a 15-foot tree. I zoomed as far as possible and still couldn't find myself in the frame. 2017 I mailed Dad a birthday card, old habit. It came back returned to sender, no longer at this address, in Mom's handwriting. 2018 I was 25, hair down to my waist because I couldn't afford cuts, caffeine circles under my eyes. Cipher Trace got acquired by Chainalysis for $500 million. My 0.22% equity was worth $11.04 million on paper before tax. Signing day in the glass conference room, the lawyer asked, "Which account should we wire to Miss Parker?" I smiled, "All Bitcoin and pre-split Tesla." "Sorry, I mean my brokerage account." I didn't call anyone. Didn't post a story. Didn't update LinkedIn. I quietly moved 70% into a brand new Ledger cold wallet and bought more Tesla at $19.33 post-split adjusted. The rest paid off all student loans, and I sent $50K to Grandma Eleanor, the only person who still secretly called me every Sunday from her Bellevue assisted living home, even though Mom forbade it. She asked, "You okay, baby girl?" "I'm okay, Grandma." "Don't let them make you forget who you are." That was the last time I heard her voice before she passed in 2020. The rest I kept living the same way. Still instant noodles, still torn hoodies, still sleeping on a leaking air mattress I pumped up every morning. Coworkers thought I was stingy. Friends thought I was depressed. Nobody knew my cold wallet already held over $30 million in crypto and stock. I didn't need them to know. Every night before lights out I opened my laptop, watched the Bitcoin chart dance in the dark, and whispered the line I'd told myself since the night I was thrown out. They thought they threw away trash. That trash is about to turn into diamonds. I just needed a little more time. March 2021 I took a one-way Southwest flight, Seattle, Austin, middle seat, 0 checked bags. 28 years old, brokerage statements that made bank tellers accidentally call me Mrs. Parker, yet I still wore my faded Cipher Trace hoodie and dragged a single 21-inch carry-on. Austin greeted me with 88 degrees Fahrenheit sunshine and the smell of BBQ drifting through the airport. I picked Austin for 3 reasons: no state income tax, the insane tech exodus from the Bay Area, and I wanted to be so far from Seattle that even the rain couldn't follow me. First apartment was an 800 squift loft in East Cesar Chavez, rent $2, highway robbery compared to the cave, but for the first time in my life I had a window that actually saw sky. I put a standing desk right by that window, added two 49-inch ultrawides, and started. May 2021 QORE Security was born. The name stood for Quinn Observation and Response Engine, but nobody knew the Quinn was me. I registered the company under an anonymous Delaware LLC, seed capital $28 million, entirely from my own pocket. First website was one-page cobalt blue logo, the line, securing the future of finance, and a request demo form. No team page, no bios, no founder photos. I needed a face. I DM'd Ryan Chen on Twitter. Ryan, 31x Facebook growth lead who took Facebook dating from 0 to 300 million users. 6'2 megawatt smile, California chill voice with a razor-sharp mind. I flew to San Francisco, met him at a dog patch coffee shop, slid a Phil's coffee and a term sheet across the table. You be CEO, you get 12%, you're the public face. I code and keep 68%. We never tell the world I'm the founder. Deal. Ryan looked at me, exactly 3 seconds, grinned. Deals like this only come once. I'm in. The 1st of July, 2021 QORE officially opened with exactly 9 humans. Me, Ryan, 5 engineers. I poached from Chainalysis 1 designer and Ryan's dog Pickles. First office was a WeWork on Congress Avenue. I paid 12 months cash upfront for the discount and took the entire 6th floor. First product, QORE Shield Zero Trust platform with AI real-time money laundering detection. While big banks still ran Obama-era rule-based systems, we used graph neural nets and transformers to see patterns no human ever could. I ran the first demo off my personal laptop for Capital One's chief risk officer. He went silent for 45 seconds, then asked, "How much and how fast can we deploy?" 6 months later, we had 42 enterprise customers, $18M. ARR. 2022 a 16Z came knocking. I let Ryan lead the Series C. We stood on the rooftop of our brand new 10-story building at 4th and Colorado when Margit Wenmakers handed over a term sheet, $1.4 billion pre-money valuation. Ryan signed, beaming for the TechCrunch cameras. Next day's headline: QORE Security founded by former Facebook star Ryan Chen becomes Austin's fastest unicorn. Not one word about me. I stood off camera sipping a Topo Chico watching Ryan shine. Exactly as planned. In 18 months QORE grew from 9 to 400 people. We added floors 8 and 9. We hired the entire UT Austin offensive line as security engineers, because they could block doorways. I stayed chief scientist office in the darkest corner of the 10th floor, no nameplate, no photo on the website. New hires only knew me as the scary quiet lady who's always in a black hoodie. Life in Austin tasted better than I expected. I bought a 4-bedroom ranch house in Terrytown cash, adopted 2 rescue dogs named Tesla and Satoshi, spent weekends driving the Plaid up to Hill Country drinking Lone Star with new friends, none of whom knew how much money I actually had. I still coded every day. Still wrote production code myself. Still approved every major deploy. Ryan handled press, investors, Series D parties. I made sure QORE became something no bank dared live without. Every night I stood on my Terrytown balcony watching the Colorado River sparkle with city lights, thinking about the Lake Washington house that probably still had Maddie and Blake's wedding photos on the walls. They still thought I was a failure. They still didn't know my company was securing 38% of global Bitcoin liquidity. And me, I was just getting started. Tuesday, the 10th of December 2024. I'm sitting in my dark corner on the 10th floor in Austin, feet on the desk, reviewing one last PR for Shield 4 when my phone starts exploding. Text from Ryan Chen, rare, all caps: "Ryan, we made Forbes 30 under 30 cover, but not me. You." I click the link. Forbes. Loads of photo of me taken 2 months ago at the A16Z gala, the first time I ever wore the row black dress instead of a hoodie. Headline hits like a truck: Avery Quinn Parker, 29, founder and chief scientist, QORE Security, the woman who made banks finally beat the money launderers, valuation, $4.1 post money, not public yet, net worth estimate. North of 9 figures, probably low 10. I read it 3 times before it sinks in. They dug up everything. Real name UW graduation pics, even the 2015 photo Lynn secretly took of me soaked in the rain and posted on old Tumblr. The 2400-word profile tells the whole story, from disowned by prominent Seattle doctor lawyer family for refusing Big Four to chase crypto nonsense to youngest self-made woman building a multi-billion-dollar cybersecurity unicorn without a Series A. In 30 minutes, my LinkedIn implodes. 4. 8. 2. 7 notifications. 2. 100 connection requests. 63 messages. Then like a second bomb, messages start pouring in from numbers I blocked in 2015, except I never blocked LinkedIn. Madison Parker's sister, 9:41 a.m. Avs, is that really you? Call me right now. Elizabeth Parker mom, 9:58 a.m. Avery Quinn, call your mother immediately. We need to talk. Richard Parker dad, 10:12 a.m. daughter, I'm so proud of you. Call when you can. I stare, laugh once without humor and shut the phone off. Meanwhile, in Seattle. My father, Dr. Richard Parker, is in the middle of a UW Medicine Cardiology Department meeting when his phone vibrates nonstop. 47 new emails in 15 minutes. Same subject lines. Congratulations on your daughter, Dr. Parker, you kept her quiet. Have you seen Forbes? Avery is a UW pride. He opens the article, hand shaking so hard he has to set the iPad down. My face takes up the entire screen, the biggest he's ever seen it. My mother, Elizabeth Parker, is in the partner quarterly at Perkins Coie on the 52nd floor downtown when senior partner Tom Wynn, the same guy who offered me $135K years ago, slides his iPad across the table. Liz, why didn't you brag? Your kid is blowing up Wall Street. Mom reads the headline, lips pressed into a thin white line. She remembers telling me never to come back if I walked into that ridiculous startup. Maddie is in her corner office at Covington and Burling in D.C. when the Harvard Law Class of 2020 group chat explodes. Someone tags her under the Forbes article with the caption, Madison Parker's little sister is the new wolf of crypto security. She zooms on my cover, reads the part Parker was disowned by her prominent Seattle family in 2015 for refusing a Big Four job to pursue some crypto nonsense, a decision that made her one of the youngest self-made women in American tech. She throws her phone on the desk. The 6-carat diamond makes a sharp clack against the wood. 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. I turn the phone back on. 11 new messages from Maddie. 1222, Aves, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was that serious. 1224, Mom and Dad are freaking out. Call home. 1226, Blake says he can get you to speak at a campaign event. 1230, did you block the whole family? 1, 2, 3, 4, Avery Quinn, answer me right now. I type one message and send it to all three. Avery Quinn Parker, 1237 p.m. 9 years ago you said I was no longer a Parker. I respected that decision. Please don't bother me now. Thank you. Then I block LinkedIn too. That afternoon Forbes tweets the article with the photo of me on the QORE rooftop, Austin skyline behind me, 7800000 likes. 112000 retweets. Number Avery Quinn Parker trends nationwide. I shut everything off, drive the Plaid out of the city up to hill country. December, Austin wind whips through my hair. The phone still vibrates in the trunk I stopped carrying. They had 9 years to call me their daughter. Now it's too late. Friday, the 13th of December 2024. 1018 a.m. I'm in stand-up on the 10th floor when security Slack pings. Security. Channel number security, 3 people claiming to be Miss Parker's family in the lobby. Parents and sister. There. Loud. Send them up. I stare at the laptop screen, fingers frozen for exactly 3 seconds. Then type Avery, send them up. And turn on Protocol Blue across the entire 10th floor wall. Full screen. Volume 60%. Protocol Blue is something I've never shown outsiders. Live, dashboard blood red, updating every second. 312 money laundering attempts over $40M blocked in the last 24 hours. Locations, amounts, banks involved laid out like a global financial war map. The elevator doors slide open. Dad steps out first, navy Brioni suit, UW Medicine, purple tie. Mom behind him, Max Mara camel, coat, triple pearls, eyes already red. Maddie last cream, the rose suit, 6-carat diamond flashing under LEDs, low bun perfect like she just left a Senate hearing. The entire 10th floor goes dead silent. 42 engineers freeze, eyes glued to the wall where a new alert flashes. $87. 4M. Attempted layered transaction, Seattle National Bank, Cayman, Dubai, blocked 0001402 ago. Dad sees it, face drains of Tapland. Color. Seattle National Bank is the primary bank for the medical investment fund he advises. Baby. Avery. His voice cracks. I stand up from my corner desk, still in my black QORE hoodie, hands in pockets. Hey Mom, Dad, Maddie. Long time. Mom takes one step forward, tears already spilling. Avery, honey. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I never thought. Dad tries to regain his chief of cardiology voice. Can we speak privately? As a family, I smile colder than I thought I was capable of. 5 years ago, you said I was no longer family. Bit late for that. Mom actually sobs, pulls a silk handkerchief. You foolish child, I only wanted the best for you. Maddie steps forward, honey sweet voice. Aves, I know, I was part of it too. But you're successful now, we're blood. Blake's running for Senate, maybe you could. Invest a little. Or at least be a tech advisor. It would look amazing. I repeat slowly. So your fiancé needs campaign money, and I'm the most convenient ATM now. Maddie flushes crimson, but forces a smile. It's not like that, it's just I raise a hand, turn to the wall. See this line, parents? I point to a fresh red alert. $62M, attempted smurfing attack, Pacific Northwest Medical Investment Fund, blocked 0000217 ago. Dad stiffens. That's his fund. QORE just saved your fund from a $400 million fine and possible license revocation. For free. Because I haven't turned on billing for family clients yet. Dad opens his mouth, nothing comes out. Mom lunges, tries to grab my hand. Avery, listen to me, come home. I'll throw a huge party, introduce you to everyone. We'll say you were just interning in Texas. I gently pull my hand away. Mom, 9 years ago you told me never to come back. I'm not coming back. Maddie still tries. At least give me a demo, I'll tell Blake. I tap one key. The wall flips to the standard enterprise contract, price $1, 2M divided by year for a fund that size. Market rate, no family discount. Wanted email sales at QORE Security. Otherwise, thanks for visiting. Dad finally speaks, voice shaking. You treat your own family this way. I look him dead in the eye. No. I'm treating a potential customer. My family died the night of Thanksgiving 2015 under Seattle rain. Silence heavy as lead. I turn back to my desk, voice flat. Security will show you out. I have an 11 a.m. deploy. Elevator doors stand open. Dad lingers a second, then walks in first. Mom sobbing. Maddie shoots me one last glare, half anger, half fear. Doors close. The 10th floor stays quiet. I go back to my code, fingers moving like nothing happened. But in my head one sentence loops: they chose to throw me away. Now I choose not to need them anymore. 10 days after that fateful Friday, everything collapses faster than even I predicted. Day 3, the 19th of December 2024, internal Blue Cross Blue Shield report to 3 major UW medicine hospitals. Due to repeated failure to meet FinCEN AML, divided by KYC, Tier 1 standards in 2024 effective January 1, 2025, we will terminate provider contracts with Swedish Medical Center Harborview Medical Center and UW Medical Center, Northwest. Detailed reason: high-risk transaction patterns detected and unresolved for 90-plus days. Exactly the transactions QORE had been flagging and blocking for them for free all year. Dad gets called into an emergency Board of Regents meeting that afternoon. A source inside the department texts me, I still have a couple friends in Seattle. Dr. Parker just got asked to resign every advisory position. They don't want his name on anything public anymore. I reply with a single. Day 5, 12/21. Politico runs a splashy DC gossip piece. Harrington Senate campaign hit by family drama. Fiancé's sister is disowned tech billionaire. Side-by-side photos. Maddie beaming next to Blake at a black tie gala. Then my Forbes cover. Subheadline: Madison Parker Covington and Burling Senior Associate publicly supported traditional career paths in her 2021 Harvard Law speech, while her younger sister Avery Quinn Parker was cut off by the family for refusing Big Four to chase crypto. Shared 47000 times in 6 hours. Number: Parker family drama trends top 5 nationwide. Blake's internal polling drops 8 points in 48 hours. Maddie calls me 42 times. Final voicemail at 2:14 a.m. Voice raw: Aves. Please say something. Blake could lose the seat. I'm begging you. I don't finish listening. Day 8, 12/24. Christmas Eve text from Mom's number. First time in 9 years she calls me daughter. Elizabeth Parker, 1:47 p.m. Daughter, I know you're angry. But your father just lost all hospital consulting honorariums. We're truly struggling. Can you help just a little? Just sign the contract for the funds. I'm begging you. 1152 p.m. Daughter, please answer. 1158 p.m. Avery Quinn, are you going to let your parents lose everything? 1203 a.m. I'm on my knees. I'm sitting on the Terrytown sofa, dogs asleep by the fireplace, phone glowing in the dark. I type one message and hit send. Avery 1207 a.m. 9 years ago you chose professionalism over me. Live with that choice now. Merry Christmas. Then I block her number for good. Christmas morning, the Wall Street Journal front page. 3 Seattle hospitals face insurance crisis after rejecting QORE Security contract. Former advisor, Dr. Richard Parker under fire, quotes an anonymous source. Me QORE warned them for free for 18 months. They declined because they believed anti-money laundering tech was unnecessary for prestigious medical institutions. The medical investment fund DAD advised drops 14% in one day. That afternoon an email goes out to all 1800 UW Medicine cardiology staff from DAD's official address. Subject: personal matter. After careful consideration, I am stepping down from all advisory roles effective immediately to focus on family and clinical duties. Not one word of public apology. Condition #3 refused to the very end. I close the laptop, open a cold Lone Star, stand on the balcony, watching the Colorado River sparkle with Christmas lights. Phone still buzzing, hundreds of texts from random numbers, old friends, distant cousins, all the same. Talk to your parents, Avery. I power it off, raise the bottle to the sky. Merry Christmas, Grandma Eleanor, I whisper. I did it right, didn't I? Texas night wind blows warm, carrying BBQ smoke and distant pine. For the first time in 9 years, I feel truly light. They lost everything in 10 days. I've never had more. The 28th of December 2024, Austin, still soaked in late Christmas vibes. I come back from a run along Lady Bird Lake to find an orange FedEx envelope propped against my door. No return name, just personal and confidential. Avery Quinn Parker. Inside is a small walnut box combination lock. The code is my birthday, 041993. I open it and my heart slows. Inside is a thick cotton paper envelope smelling of Old Joy Patu perfume Grandma Eleanor's scent for 70 years. Next to it a silver USB engraved A, Q, P in her favorite Garamond italic. I open the letter first. Her handwriting shaky but neat, written in green ink. 2022. 28 October. 2022, Bellevue, Washington. My little cat, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and the lawyer did what I told him, only deliver this when Avery Quinn Parker makes the cover of a major paper. I didn't know if it would be Forbes, Fortune, or WSJ, but I knew it would happen. I've watched you from afar these 7 years. I read every line of code you pushed to GitHub, even if I understood none of it. I saw you move money into Bitcoin when the world laughed. I saw you buy Tesla when they called it a scam car company. I was so proud I couldn't sleep. I know your parents and Maddie hurt you deeply. I tried to talk sense into them, but they don't listen to old ladies. I'm sorry I couldn't shield you more. All I could do was sneak Sunday calls and send birthday money on Venmo under Eleanor Quinn Gifts so your mother wouldn't notice. Inside this USB is my final gift, $5,000,000 inches US. Treasury bonds bought gradually from 2016 until now, all registered in your name alone. I started the day you were thrown out a little every month with every penny I saved my whole life. I wanted you to know even if the whole world turned its back, one person bet her entire fortune on you. I'm not asking you to forgive. Forgiveness is your choice, not your duty. But I beg one thing, don't let their cruelty turn you into them. Don't let bitterness make you forget how much you're worth. You are everything I dreamed of being but never dared, brave, brilliant, and loving in your own quiet way. I lived 89 years and my greatest pride is you. Keep flying high, my little cat. I'll be somewhere on a cloud applauding every record you break. All my love, until my last breath, Grandma Eleanor. The last line is smudged her tears. I sink to the floor, back against the door, clutching the letter to my chest. Tesla and Satoshi run over, licking the tears off my face. I didn't realize I was crying. I plug the USB into my MacBook. One folder, one PDF, treasury bonds, registered owner Avery Quinn Parker, 50 separate purchases 2016 through 2022, total face value exactly $5,000,000. Principal plus interest now $5,840,211.34. She started buying the month I was kicked out. A hidden folder holds screenshots she saved for 7 years. Me accepting the 2015 UW Senior Project Award. Me, in the 2017 Cipher Trace office, skinny dark circles. The 2023 TechCrunch article on Core Series C, she circled my name in red even though it was never mentioned. My Forbes cover from last week printed kept by her bedside next to the nearly empty Joy bottle. I cry until I can't breathe. That night I drive to Lady Bird Lake, sit on the plaid's hood, open the bottle of Kama's special selection she loved most even though I hate red wine. I pour one glass on the hood for her, raise my Topo Chico to the sky. Grandma, I whisper into the warm Austin night, I made the cover. I did it. I thought I had no tears left, but they still fall. She was the only one who ever believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And she was right. The 31st of December 2024, 9:47 p.m. My flight from Austin lands at SeaTac in a torrential downpour, the kind of Seattle rain I thought I'd never face again. I'm wearing a black Arc'teryx puffer hood up, standing in front of the Lake Washington house for the first time in exactly 9 years. The house looks the same, red brick walnut door, crystal lights blazing through the storm. Only difference, no 15-foot Christmas tree in the yard this year. Maybe they weren't in the mood to celebrate. I don't ring the bell. I just stand there in the rain, letting it soak my hair, my collar, my bones. Same as Thanksgiving night 2015. The door opens after exactly 47 seconds. Dad appears first. No suit, no tie, just a gray turtleneck with frayed cuffs. Hair almost completely white, back slightly stooped. He sees me, eyes bloodshot, mouth trying to form words. Avery. Mom behind him, arms wrapped in a cashmere robe, no makeup. Maddie isn't home, probably in DC putting out campaign fires for Blake. I say nothing, just pull a thick stack of papers from my coat and hand it to Dad. His hands shake as he takes it. Official UW Medicine letterhead dated the 30th of December 2024. To the University of Washington Medical Community, I, Richard Allen Parker, MD. Former Chief of Cardiothoracic Surgery, write this letter to publicly apologize for false statements I made in 2015 regarding my daughter Avery Quinn Parker. I claimed she abandoned medicine out of laziness and lack of responsibility, when in truth I threw her out of our home simply because she chose her own path. I was wrong. Shamefully wrong. I am proud to introduce Avery as the founder and chief scientist of QORE Security, one of the most vital cybersecurity companies in the United States. I am sorry, Avery. I am sorry to the medical community for the lies you heard from me. Respectfully, Richard A. Parker, MD. Dad's head drops, tears mixing with rain. Mom steps out, no pride left, no pearls, just an old woman. Avery. You came home. I shake my head gently. I didn't come home. I came to deliver this. I pull out another thick contract, cobalt blue cover, QORE logo gleaming even when wet. Standard enterprise contract, 48 pages, $2.25 divided by year total. But on the last page, under special terms, I added one handwritten line in black pen: family and friends discount 100%, one time only. Valid 12 months from the 1st of January 2025. In memory of Eleanor Quinn. I hand it to Mom. This is not forgiveness, I say, voice even no anger, no emotion. This is for Grandma Eleanor. She was the only one who ever believed in me. She left me $5 million and wanted me to be kind. So you get 1 year free. After the 31st of December 2025 it reverts to market rate. No negotiation. Dad collapses to his knees on the wet stone steps, rain pounding him. Avery. I'm sorry. I was so wrong. Please. Mom wraps her arms around him, sobbing like I've never heard her sob, no longer caring about image. I stand 10 more seconds, letting the rain wash away whatever feelings were left. Then I turn. The black Mercedes Maybach waits curbside, Core's private driver holding the door. I climb in, door shuts, bulletproof glass seals out, rain and crying. Marcus, ex-Navy SEAL driver, asks softly, airport, Miss Avery. I look through the rear window one last time. The Lake Washington house is just a blur of light in the storm. Dad's still on his knees. Mom holding him. No, I say, voice clear for the first time that night. Back to Austin. That's home. The car rolls forward. Seattle rain keeps falling, but this time it no longer touches me. On the way to the airport I open my phone, transfer the full $5,840,211. Is 34 from Grandma's bonds into the brand new Eleanor Quinn Scholarship for Women in STEM I set up this morning. I post my only tweet of 2024 Avery Quinn Parker, 0031 a.m., the 1st of January 2025. Closed a chapter tonight. Here's to the woman who never stopped believing in me. Happy New Year, Grandma Eleanor. It gets 1.2 million likes in 24 hours, and I go home. My real home in Austin where no one ever kicked me out. February 2025 The Midway, San Francisco. The Forbes 30, Under 30, gala is decked out like a spaceship. Cobalt LED lights, glass floor, DJZ. 800 of the youngest, richest, loudest Americans packed into couture worth tens of thousands. I walk on stage in a black sequined Stella McCartney gown, no jewelry except the old silver necklace Grandma gave me at 18. The crystal trophy is heavy, spotlight burning hot. Down front Ryan Chen is cheering like crazy, whole QORE team in matching black hoodies. Very back row tucked in shadow, Mom, Dad and Maddie sit quietly among strangers. They bought their own tickets, weren't officially invited. I see Mom clutching Dad's hand, eyes red. Maddie in a simple gray dress, no 6-carat ring. The MC announces Avery Quinn Parker, founder and chief scientist, QORE Security, youngest self-made woman in cybersecurity, valuation $4.7 billion and counting. Thunderous applause. I set the trophy on the podium, take the mic, breathe deep. 9 years ago, I was thrown out of my house on a rainy Seattle night for turning down a $135K Big Four job to chase what my family called crypto nonsense. The room goes so quiet you could hear a pin drop. I was 22, soaked with one MacBook and $312 in the bank. People said I was crazy. People said I shamed the family. People said my dreams weren't professional. I pause, look straight at the back row. But tonight I stand here 29 with a company that protects $4.7 trillion of the world's assets to tell every single one of you, especially those of you being told by family, friends, society, that your dreams are too wild, too risky, too unrealistic. Keep dreaming. Keep building. And when you make it, remember one thing: you don't need their approval to know your worth. The room erupts. Standing ovation. I smile, my first real smile of the night. This one's for Grandma Eleanor, the only person who ever believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. I raise the trophy high. Camera flashes explode. Cheers last almost a full minute. The live broadcast pans slowly across the crowd, lingers a few seconds on the back row. Dad head bowed, Mom dabbing tears with a tissue, Maddie clapping slowly, lips pressed tight. They don't get invited on stage. They don't need to. I step down, hug Ryan, hug the team, hug the people who were with me when we were 9 humans and 1 dog. After the gala I skip every after party. I drive straight to the Golden Gate Bridge, stop in the middle, wind whipping my hair. I take a photo of the Forbes trophy under the red-orange lights, post my only story, Avery Quinn Parker. For the girl who was told her dreams weren't professional enough. You were wrong. We were right. Final white text on black screen as credits roll. QORE Security currently safeguards $4.7 trillion in global assets. Avery Quinn Parker has turned down every IPO and acquisition offer. She still writes production code herself every single day. And she still lives in Austin, Texas, where no one ever kicked her out. Fade to black.